welcome back to the farm. My name's Roz, also known as Passion Flower, and you'll find me here each week talking about my farming and creative life. We've had some really wet days. The winter rains are definitely here. We have filled our tanks, which is fabulous. But the paddocks are extremely wet, which means doing a lot of outdoor tasks has become a lot more difficult. So this week I focused on doing some things indoors. And what I started with was the project of cleaning up the old furniture that we had found around the farm. I'd been putting off doing it because I was worried that I might ruin it. But having practiced on the chest of drawers and the dining table, I felt like I was ready to take that next step, and worst, it's paint and it'll come off. So I thought I'd give it a try. So I started with the ice refrigerator, cleaned it all off, and I was cleaning the badge on the front, and it had a little chip of paint that had to come off. It had been painted over in white, and I could see underneath that there was colours. So I thought that I might be able to get the rest of the white paint off and actually expose the original logo underneath. So I grabbed a wooden chopstick because I thought that that would not scratch the rest of the paint from underneath and hopefully just take the first layer off. And that worked, and I was able to rub away and reveal this really cool logo. And then I got a paper clip to get into the fine little crevices, and the white paint of the letters was just popping out, and I was able to get all of it pretty much off and see the full logo. So it was a Patterson's Iceberg ice refrigerator. So then I went to Google and searched for this particular model so that I could try and find out how old it was. And it took quite a bit of digging. Finally I found something. It was made for Patterson's Furniture, and then they put their badge on it. It was advertised in the Argus, which later on became the Age, in November of 1939. So that's really cool to have found out its age and to have restored back that badge. I'm now working on the painting. I've left some of the dents and chips and stuff in it because I think that adds to the character. I sanded it back so that the old paint hopefully won't chip any further, and I'm just painting over the top. And so far it's coming up looking really nice. I am really loving that we're able to be restoring history from the farm and bringing that into our new way of using the farm as well. We also started working on getting the ivy off the dairy shed, and man, it's going to be a big job. It was so thick on top. It was probably about that much of like dirt and roots and everything, and no wonder that the poor shed is being like crushed sideways because there's just so much weight on top of it. So we've started and taken a large section off, but now it's to get the probably cut the roots and try and actually stop it from growing any further, and then removing everything else. So there'll be bonfires and cutting down for the next few weeks, I would say, and then the plan will be to see if we can either get the shed back to being square or whether we just leave it wonky and brace it so that it doesn't fall down any further. Another good winter job that I've done this week was to prune the roses. They were getting quite out of control. I didn't do it very tough last season, so this time I was quite rough with them and cut them back so that hopefully they will bush up and will be really beautiful in the summer. No new projects on the needles this week, although I am looking at jumper patterns because I would like to start a new jumper, but I've had some bad luck with jumpers lately, so I'm being a bit cautious and taking that slowly to think about what I might like to do. I have been continuing to knit on the stripy socks, the second pair. I finished sock number 1. And as you can see, I put the little pearl bump through all the way down. And I've started the second one, and I'm going to put the pearl bump on the opposite side. So there'll be like a left foot and a right foot with so you can wear the stripe on either the inside or the outside of your foot. The second project I'm still working on is the honey cowl with my hand spun yarn, and it's looking really beautiful. I love how the slip stitches are making the hand spun look really cool. I'm probably about halfway through. I don't think it needs to be too wide. So I've got plenty of yarn left, which is really great. So I might end up being able to knit a beanie out of that as well. And granny striped blanket progress. After I recorded last week, I put a marker in so that I could see where I was up to and how much progress I was able to do in a week. I think that might have spurred me on to do quite a bit. So last week I had just done the purple, and I've done the rainbow, the green, the orange, this brown and tan, and then this light multicolored at the top. So it's starting to become, can't even see, about this way. It's starting to become quite a good size. Not quite a lap blanket yet, but it is getting there. I've still got a number of different colours still to add, and it will be fun to see how much I can get done again in a week. I'll move my marker, or maybe I'll put another one in, and then I'll be able to show you more progress. Well, that's it for another week. Thanks for spending some time with me. If you're enjoying these videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing you next week on the farm. Bye.